Dion Johnson here, strategic partner, spiritual advisor, and executive power coach to women in senior leadership, CEOs, directors, heads who really want to change their worlds through their work. I'm also the author of this book, Influential Woman: A Fresh Approach to Tackling Inequality and Leading Change at Work. I wrote the book because my work is really all about helping women to truly own their authority, step into their power, and find and use and express their true voice in leadership to make the kind of difference that they want to see in the world, to have more influence and impact in the boardroom and beyond. So if that sounds exciting to you, then I've got a message for you today. I pride myself on practicing what I preach, and I like to say that mine is a guru-free zone. Now, I'm just a leader on this journey too. So I love sharing with you what I'm learning. I love sharing with you my insights and my ideas that are gleaned not only from working with my clients, and I work with some incredible women who are really doing the work to own their authority and step into their power and to use their true voice to make more difference in their space. But also, I'm on that journey too. My learning comes from my own personal experience too. And so I want to share a little bit about what I've been experiencing over this last month or so, because I think it's really helping me. It's really helping as I share it with my clients, and I really want it to help you too. So it started off when my phone, that I've actually had since about 2018. um I know that's old in terms of iPhone age, but I've had it since about 2018, and it's not been working so great. It's really full. So I realize why it's full is because I'm always having conversations in my head. I say this all the time, always having conversations in my head with the people that that I'm connected with, women in senior leadership. I'm always having conversations with my head, always reviewing what I'm learning, always learning something new. And therefore, these ideas come so powerfully. Oftentimes, they come at very inopportune times. And what I do is I grab my phone and I press record and I talk to myself. I tell myself the message as though I was talking to you, right? So I've got thousands, and I mean literally thousands, I think like 2,700 or something, videos on my phone. And so it's really full up. So now my job is to go through and get rid of some to free up some space. But I can't just like do a blanket delete because I don't know what these videos are. So over this last month, I've been really going through each video and watching them, and I've been realizing, God, like this is really good stuff. There's some really powerful ideas and powerful themes here that are developing. And as I've been watching them, I can see that I've been pretty consistent in the things that I'm thinking about, meditating on, developing in my mind. There's been some pretty strong themes that have come out. Like one of them is this whole thing around spirituality and senior leadership. So there is a very loud theme in the videos that I've been watching on my phone, that I believe that leadership is a spiritual deal, that God and spirituality and leadership go together. Like this is a very strong theme that I believe in my heart, and is a very important message, an important concept for me. The other thing that I was really quite taken back by was this longing that I can hear in my videos for black and white women to do some work in coming closer together. It feels like I'm very conscious from watching my videos that there is a yearning for the gap between black and white women to close. I feel like there's a separation. It sounds like from my videos that I'm noticing that there's a kind of rift, that we're kind of white people over here, black people over here, and we're all doing our thing. But there's this longing that I've noticed through my videos, that I want to see us coming together more, that I want to see us joining forces more to take on some of our big problems in our world. I think that we can do it, we'll be stronger together, as the saying says, right? So that's a really strong theme. What's another theme that I can see? Yeah, like I really don't like racism. I want racism to die. Like that's another strong theme. And there's something about support, like women and support. Anyway, the reason that I'm telling you this is that I'm noticing these themes come up in my videos, and the thing that really occurred to me as I was seeing these very strong themes come up was that, I don't think I speak about them as to you as often as I speak about them to myself. I speak about them on my phone, but I don't speak about them publicly as strongly as I do to myself. And that got me thinking, it got me thinking, like, why? And I saw that, especially, let's take the God one, right? Let's take God and business, God and spirituality and leadership. Like, this is a very powerful theme. It's like the theme, really, that undergirds everything that I do. I know that if you've been watching my work any at all, you'll know that I'm a woman of faith. But I've noticed this holding back, that I don't share like I could this idea. I don't open it up for discussion. I don't share my ideas around God in the workplace like I want to, like I could, like I think about. Like I'm not fully showing up in this area. And as I'm seeing this and meditating on this and praying on this and talking to God about this question comes to me. Like, could it be, Dion, that you're not being you enough? You see, I've been experiencing over the last few months, perhaps over the last year, this kind of this feeling like there's more for me to be, there's more for me to do, there's more for me to say, create, experience, and express. I've been feeling the pull, like there's more for me to be. And here comes this realization that I'm not being me enough. I'm not being all the way out there with my thoughts and my ideas. I've done a lot of thinking around this over the last weeks. And what I realize is, like, this has been a theme, that my work is really all about calling you out, calling us out into our authority, into our power, into using our voice visibly and vocally and publicly powerful. And yet here I am, not fully doing it. I've seen some very challenging things about myself as I've been digging into this and doing the work that I call my clients to do. I have to do this work too, right? And I've seen some really uncomfortable things about myself as I have been asking myself, why? Why aren't I showing up fully with my message? Why aren't I speaking? Why aren't I shouting it from the rooftops? Why aren't I like all in with helping you understand the thoughts that I'm having, my strongest convictions? And the long and the short of it is, I'm embarrassed to say, but the long and the short of it is that I found this big fat dirty lie that lives on the inside of me that says that, people won't respect you if you talk about God and work. People, the cool kids won't let you be part of their party. They won't let you in the door. They won't honor you. They'll discredit you. They'll think of you as a waste of time. They won't respect you or your work. It will damage your credibility if you say what you really think. Well, hearing myself, finding those thoughts within me, it's not comfortable, first of all. And it goes against everything I feel. I had to ask myself, is it true what you've preached, Dion, that to be more powerful in leadership, you need to be more you? Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that authenticity is the key to powerful leadership? Do you really believe that showing up for real is that the thing that you've been preaching for years? Do you really believe that? And if you do, then what is this? What is this? I've had to be asking myself. And what I've seen is just how deeply programmed we can be to default to trying to satisfy the dominant voices, or line up with, or not stand out, or not, or to blend in, to be normal, to be part of what the dominant voices are portraying and saying and doing and being. I see that in myself. I see that there is really a call, a need, an incentive, a beckoning for me, and I hope for you too, to honor your true thoughts, your unique, valuable insights. If we're going to be powerful leaders and we're going to be influential women, then we need to honor our own voice, our true ideas, our invaluable, uh, you know, um, unique, nuanced ways of thinking. That we have to honor them first. We have to believe in them first. We have to give ourselves permission to be different and have different views first. That these things need to be shared. If we're showing up without these ideas, then what does that mean? What I've realized is that there's a story behind our holding up. Like I've told you, I've discovered that there's a belief that operates on the inside of me that I thought I dealt with, actually, that I thought I dealt with on the last round of finding myself not showing up for real. I found myself dealing with the lie that that I need to make myself palatable to them, whoever them are, whoever they are. I have to make myself palatable. And then I found stories that are attached to that belief. I found ideas that just are not true, that are that just are not grounded in truth. There's a story, if you're identifying with this, and I'm suggesting that there's a story behind why you're not showing up, why you're not speaking what you really think, why you're not saying what you really want to say. And actually, it's time. I decided to be all the way in with showing up for real, and I'm inviting you. And I've said this before, and here I am at a different level saying it again. And I think that if you're like me and the people that I work with, this is something that we're going to have to keep revisiting, keep deciding, keep monitoring, because it's so easy to start sounding like everybody else and trying to be like everybody else. But actually, it's your unique, valuable insights that we really need to be seeing and hearing at such a time as this. That you don't get to be a powerful leader, you don't get to be a thought leader, an influential change maker, if you're not bringing the ideas that you really believe about what needs to change. If you are just a parody of, if you're just parrot fashion regurgitating what everybody else is saying, then where's the thought leadership in that? It's time for us to really honor and respect and bring forth our truest thoughts. So I realize that we need to be you more to become more you. So here's the question that I have. Do you identify with what I'm saying? What are your truest thoughts about your organization, your industry, your field? What needs to change? Your subject matter. What are your truest thoughts? Are you sharing them? And if you're not, why not? I want you to do like me. Face it head on, find the story that goes on behind it, and make up your mind, just like with me, that we're going to find our way to show up for real. We're going to find a way to use our true voice. We're going to find a way to speak our truth, because Gandhi was. I wrote a post this morning about Gandhi. I know it's scary to bring forth difference, to bring forth your truth and your ideas when it goes in the face of what everybody else is saying, and the fear is at the bottom of at the end of the day, the fear is that we're going to be ignored, that we're going to be laughed at, we're going to be rejected, we're going to be dismissed. Oh, my phone rang. Sorry about that. Yeah, the fear is that we're going to be ignored, that we're going to be dismissed, that we're going to be laughed at. But Gandhi says they will laugh, they will ignore, they will laugh at you, they will dismiss you, but then you win. But then you win. I hope this is landing well for you, because I really want us to recommit to showing up for real, recommit to being the truth. And so, could it be that you're not being you enough? Is it time to really hunker down into what it is that you really think and bring those ideas forward? Our world is changing, and you're part of shaping that shift. And you can't do it influentially, you can't do it powerfully if we're not seeing the real you. So let me know how this is landing. Hit reply or apply for some time to talk to me. Let's get you showing up for real. Let's get you being more you in leadership. See you later.